hello everybody. Just hit the live button, just hit the live button, just hit the live button. All right. How you all doing? Listen, Medea was Yellow storefront. Hello, buddy. Yellow, Medea yesterday from Code Pink. Dude, that was so much fun. We already heard back from them too. Harriet, thank you so much, Harriet. Code Pink got back to us, said that they loved being on the show and that Code Pink wants to work with us again in the future. La says and Muhammad, thank you so much. So, Code Pink, they wanted to maybe do a live show with us on at the Democrat National Convention in 1 month. The Republican National Convention, I believe, is going to be like in a week and a half, but the Democrat National Convention will be in another month. So I'm going to probably catch up with them for the Democrat National Convention, which will be in Chicago. Siraj and La says, human lives matter. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. La says, thank you again. Jennifer, thank you. OG, thank you. Kiani, thank you. Human lives matter. Thank you so much. Siraj, thank you. Did I get everybody? Anna, hello. Muhammad, thank you. All right, everybody. Here, let me start up the show now that everyone just filled in. So, a bunch of things to discuss, like freaking... Listen, anybody who does not know who Julian Assange is, all right, hold on. Before I get to Julian Assange, Angels, thank you so much. Guys, you ever hear like all the, you know how they had like the Simpsons, the cartoon show, how they predict the future and stuff like that? Listen, they got a couple things crazy right when they had an episode where it had, it showed the Queen of England. Like it had her, the year that she unalived, like in the future, she unalived in that year. When Donald Trump was elected president in The Simpsons, years later, when Donald Trump was elected president in real life, he had the same exact dude, so this is what the Simpsons predicted for Donald Trump unalived in The Simpsons episode. This is when Donald Trump unalived, everybody. Let me flip the screen. 2024. Dude, if something happens to Donald Trump to not survive this year, dude, that would be some freaking trip. All right? I mean, Simpsons does a lot of episodes. They don't really predict the future other than they throw so much crap. They've had like over 300 something episodes. They talk about so much crazy shit that some of it's bound to be true. So if the Simpsons predict the future, Donald Trump will not be alive, will not survive this year. Which is his election year and everything. So it's like, oh man, this is a possibility. All right, Julian Assange, everybody. Julian Assange finally is free. God bless him. Muhammad, thank you so much. For those who do not know who Julian Assange is, let me give you a super quick. He is the founder of WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks was the company, it's a website that if you work for the government and your government is freaking evil, Rage Ducks, thank you so much. You can take your government secrets, dump it on WikiLeaks, anonymously protect your identity, and WikiLeaks will put it out there for you. WikiLeaks was responsible for showing off America's war crimes during the Iraq and Afghanistan war, which, guys, when you're a superpower fighting a bunch of guys who can't really fight back, there's no need to be doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff against civilians. It's like not necessary. We're not fighting a superpower. I understand, like, you know, soldiers will do some crazy, like, out of necessity when you're fighting a superpower. But even like Israel, when it ties Palestinians to the hood of their cars to drive through, like, dude, you're fighting against civilians. You don't need to go to these damn extreme extents. I could understand, like, if you're fighting another superpower and, dude, you're about to get smoked or something, like, dude, you're fighting against civilians. So, I mean, I mean, it's like different standards, man. You shouldn't be doing that. And Hillary Clinton, going back to WikiLeaks, Hillary Clinton, everybody, she blamed the loss of to the dump of her email. Tia, thank you so much, and hello, Heba. She the loss of election 2016 to Donald Trump. She blamed that on the dumping of her emails to the public, and that was done through WikiLeaks too. This is Julian Assange. This is a speech by Julian Assange, everybody who just recently got his freedom. I want to play this really quick because it's really, really good, like a 1 minute speech. Listen.
There is no society anymore. What there is a transnational security elite that is busy carving up the world using your tax money. To combat that elite, we must not petition. We must take it over. We must form our own networks of strength and mutual value, which can challenge those strengths and self-interested values of the warmongers in this country and in others that have formed hand in hand an alliance to take money from the United States, from every NATO country, from Australia, and launder it through Afghanistan. Launder it through
Iraq. My opinion of Mr. Assange was mixed for a little while. He was accused of some serious crimes.
Launder it through Yemen, launder it through Pakistan, and wash that money in people's blood.
And that's the damn truth, guys. There is a global, elite, just a bunch of freaking rich people who use influence to influence countries to doing stupid shit so they can make money. We've seen that during the COVID virus when, whatever your political beliefs on the COVID virus, whatever, I'm going into, there was people who took advantage of the COVID crisis to make money for themselves and make money for their businesses at the expense of governments. And also, like he's talking about Afghanistan but also Ukraine right now, because this is a little bit older video. Right now, Ukraine, we send tons and tons of money to Ukraine, and funny stuff some of it disappears. And remember, all the artillery shells that cost $3,000 each. Artillery shells do not cost $3,000 each. They purposely jack up the price of a lot of this stuff, guys, so that the people who like Raytheon and they produce. I mean, they produce good good product weapon, but at the same time they overcharge the government. The government pays them. They take a little bit of that money and pay politicians to keep, find someone that needs weapons and keep giving out weapons. Ukraine needs weapons. NATO needs weapons. Israel needs weapons. There is, whether it was created for evil intentions or was just created kind of by accident and just for profit. Either way, there's a ton of money to be made by just giving out weapons at our expense. And then not only mentioning Ukraine, you see that nice Bugatti right there? Oh, that's a very nice Bugatti. Guess who owns that? That's a $4 million car. Holy shit. It's a Bugatti. It's a brand new Bugatti.
How many missiles is that worth?
That Bugatti belongs to the wife of Zelensky, who is always begging for money because Ukraine never has any money, but his wife owns a Bugatti, a brand new $4 million. Who the hell has $4 million?
Do you own a Bugatti? Eric, do you own a Bugatti?
I own a Tesla.
You know why you don't own a Bugatti? Because your money is being sent to Zelensky's wife.
Yeah,
that's why.
American taxpayers paid for that. And listen, his wife, one time she went to New York City and bought like tons of super expensive jewelry and stuff like that. That's where your freaking money goes. And that's what Julian Assange is talking about. Dude, there's a bunch of rich people who, like AIPAC. AIPAC controls our politicians. We don't control our politicians. On a routine basis, they ignore protesters and everything, man. So all right, I'm gonna quit talking now. Hiba, thank you so much. Let me get to Angels and then Alliance. I'm gonna go right up and down. Angels, go right ahead. I'm gonna load up everybody waiting.
Hi, hi Chad. Hope everybody's doing great on this pre-4th of July Wednesday. So there's a lot of buzz today regarding Biden and a so-called conversation he had with someone close to him, and it seems that some of the information may have been leaked or some kind of conversation regarding him considering an exit or stepping aside, for this election. To me, it seems that it's just a lot of talk. I mean, I agree. Should he step aside? He definitely should. I think that he's not in the right intellectual mindset to manage the presidency. And I just think right now at this point in time, it's just too late in the game. So they're scrambling and they continue to scramble and they'll continue to scramble, Eric. This is we talked about the tide is turning, and this two-party system that we seem forced to constantly vote for, whether it's one guy or the other guy. So one cycle it's one party, the next cycle it's the other party, but it just feels like it's just the same old, and really much ado about nothing for the people. You guys really realize we hire these people to do the job, and they don't work for us. They work for everybody else and themselves. So I definitely think, and I really believe now more than ever, Erik, I really think that a third-party candidate is going to do so much better than we even thought. I definitely think that it will probably be Jill Stein. I think RFK Jr. lost already. I don't even think people are talking about him anymore. Since the whole Zio support thing came out, he's just done. Shame, but well, that's the way it goes. But definitely think that Jill has a chance. And if everybody in the 18 to 34 year demographic and the millennial demographic and some Xers vote for Jill Stein, I'm telling you guys, she has a very strong chance. Again, people say, well, what's she going to do? She's going to land the job and she's going to be stuck with a two-party system. Maybe so, but it'll get things changing and moving, and people will realize it is possible. It can happen. Biden is just going to continue to deteriorate, and quite honestly, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. And I predict, and I don't want to be mean or anything, I think something serious is going to happen to him while he's on that campaign trail, and it's not going to be good. It's just not. And that is how our country looks to everybody else. And, these wars, this wartime economy that we have, that they keep pushing, that they keep insisting on, they actually announced today that they're going to be sending more money to Ukraine, a quote package. So if that doesn't piss you off enough, I don't know what will. I don't know what will to make people really say, you know what, I'm gonna press the third party candidate for once. You never know.
I got to mention this too. Nasser, thank you so much. And Freedom, thank you so much, guys. If they're ever going to, Fancy Yancy, if they're ever going to replace Joe Biden with another Democrat, which actually has a chance to win, because, we all know what it is, dude. Joe Biden can't win the election against Donald Trump at this point. So if they're ever going to do it, they're not going to announce, like, oh, Joe Biden sucks, so we're just going to change it for somebody else. No. They're going to find a very, very polite excuse for Joe Biden to not be in there anymore. They're gonna just for politics' sake. So I agree. Something would happen, whether it's real or staged, where he has some health issues that they want to take care of, so they're gonna politely allow him to bow out or something like that. Or like, listen, this guy's here's my personal opinion. Just like how the Republican Party, it's not the Republican Party anymore. It's the Donald Trump Party. For the Democrat side, unless they fix Joe Biden and change with something, it's not going to be the Democrat Party anymore. It's going to be the Green. All the Democrats are going to be, instead of being left wing is blue Democrat, it's going to be left wing is going to be green Party. They're all going to switch to the Green Party because, like, the Republicans abandoned the Republican Party for Donald Trump. The Democrats are going to abandon the Democrat Party for somebody who actually reflects their values a lot better. And Joe Biden, there's not a single of them. Remember all his promises, everybody? Dude, this guy promised the freaking world. He said everything right to all the Democrats when he was being elected, and he basically backstabbed all his voters. There's not a socialist, there's not a left-wing thing about him, man. He only panders to, like, big money corporations and stuff like that. I mean, he's more of a capitalist than most Republicans. I mean, he's just a bad dude, man. So, listen, the independents, third parties are going to do really, really good this election cycle. And I really see it. Diane Sayre is going to be with us this Saturday. She is an independent running for Congress. Now, already in the House of Representatives is 420 something people in the House. In the Senate, she's running for Senate. There's already 4 independents in the Senate. So she wants to become independent number 5. and hopefully win. So Diane Sayre will be joining us, everybody, on this Saturday at 9 o'clock, and we look forward to having her on our show. Only one. Thank you so much. And she's a honest to God independent. She'll come on here and she's going to talk. And whether you're Republican or you're a Democrat, you're going to agree with her, because it's just like me. It's like, I only stick to things that we both agree on. Hey, we need to stop sending our money overseas. Hey, sending money to Ukraine is just waste. It's just a waste of money, man. We could spend it here at home. These are things Republicans and Democrats both agree on. Hey, we have a big giant opioid and just in general drug problem in America. We need to fix that. That's Republicans and Democrats both agree to that. So she's the same way. We look forward to having her. DJK, XI, thank you so much. Everybody, Bunny, Fifi, Sarah, Fatima, Sarah again, I appreciate all of you. Only one, thank you so much, everybody who just gifted me, and thank you everybody who shared the live. Tolman, thank you. Let me get right to Alliance. Alliance, thank you so much for your patience, and go right ahead. I'm going to pick up the pace here, everybody. Go right ahead.
Don't mind. If you don't mind, Eric, appreciate you. Let's do the ladies first, because we tend to forget that. Let's go with Tolman, and I'll be waiting even more patiently after she finishes.
Sure. Okay, Tolman, ladies first. There you go, Tolman. Welcome back to the show. Always glad to have you on. Go right ahead. Gabriel Y, thank you.
Well, honored to be here, and thanks for the ladies first. I appreciate that. It's a Wednesday night, so what I want to say is, I feel sad for the Ukrainian people as well, because I don't know in the first place what the United States had, what aim they had to go that war. I don't know. A lot of people lost their lives, killed for no reason, besides our continuous Palestinian people, but we have to also to mention these Ukrainian human beings, that their country was destroyed and lives were gone and nothing. United States of America just claims to be protecting them, but I don't see any protection. They put them in hell. And I feel sorry, and I send in my solidarity all those people who are suffering, whether they are in Yemen, Palestine, Ukraine. I don't think there is any humanity anymore but money here. And I feel sorry for Democratic Party, because it's really shame what we are watching. And the only hope that they have is to get Jill Stein into the to give all the position or whatever. And they have to put all their support and their money to her to win. Otherwise, it's a garbage. I'm sorry to say that, but there is no any interesting choice to have. And these old people have to evacuate the party and leave the party and give Jill Stein to the party. Well, we know that Donald Trump is a Republican. He took over that party. And himself, he doesn't even believe himself to be Republican, because as you see, many years ago, he said, when he was not even a president, he said, you know what? I can win American people's mind. I need only to go to Fox News and spread a little and claim, to tell whatever I wanted to them. And then they will vote for me because American people are stupid. That's his own words, not me. I don't think American people are stupid, but that's what he said. And if you recall, Eric, that's what he said. Interview, I think was 20 years ago. Okay, he said, I can win in America just if I go to the Republican Party. And he has never been Republican. Donald Trump is not Republican guy. Those who believe that he is, you never seen his documentaries.
He was a Democrat for a long time. That's true, everybody. He was a Democrat for a long time in New York, yeah. Yes, he was only recently a Republican when he ran for president at that time.
Yeah, because he said that's only the way I can win, because, those people, Fox News, only need to hear certain things, and I will say that, and I can become easily president. And that's his own words, and he become. So now, here what we are saying is, there is no hope for the Democratic Party unless they elect Jill Stein. I'm telling you, the party is completely dead because there is no innovation, there is no young people, there is not even capable people to stand for an hour. They are not capable. You Democrats, if you want to win and you really capture the hearts of the people, you have to demolish all the party and bring up new young mind. America is a great country, needs young people, open-minded, strong, that who can challenge with this very, very difficult world that we are living in. That, and I feel sorry for our young generation after us, or the kids who are kids today. I don't see any hope. It's sad to watch. It's sad. So Donald Trump, he's gonna get the position if you guys don't bring up Jill Stein. The Democrats, only hope that you have is a Green Party. If you don't accommodate her, you are lost. And Donald Trump will get the position without even having any election. Without even having any, he doesn't even need to force himself. He doesn't need anything. The position is just right there waiting him to get. That's all. That's what we are waiting. And now they are talking about, I feel sorry for the president. I don't dislike him, and I don't like either one of them, but he's just grandpa, and he needs to rest. That's all. And it's just so shameful, this party. Look everywhere. Nancy Pelosi, what is she doing? She has to go rest. She has to go rest. Okay, Eric, my solidarity again to the Palestinian people. I want to repeat again and again and again, wall has to keep an eye, United Arab Emirates. The evil of this earth is United Arab Emirates. It's not even Netanyahu anymore.
I have a news update on that too. I have a segment coming up on that too. I definitely agree with it. Listen, if the Democrat Party wants to win, like if they kicked out Joe Biden and replaced him with Jill Stein, dude, what are the chances of them winning? Pretty damn good. However, here's the problem with Jill Stein and the Democrat Party, everybody, is even though they believe in a lot of the same stuff, Jill Stein is anti-APEC, and the Democrat Party is owned by, same as Republican and Democrats are owned by APEC. And so that is a big hurdle. Like, that's what they should do, and that's what they would do to win. But if APEC rules them, well, they're going to do it. And the next, as she said, like, yeah, listen, Donald Trump, like somewhat recently, before he ran for president under the Republicans, he was kind of new to being Republicans. And I mentioned this a lot of, like, guys, a lot of this Republican Democrat stuff, I mean, some of it, not all of it, but like half of it, depending on how you word stuff, you can make something either Republican or Democrat, and just the way you word it. And a lot of people, like when it comes to like foreign governments and big businesses lobbying politicians and stuff, like no one really gives a damn. They lobby on both sides. They use both sides, man. The Democrats and the Republicans, they sound the same now anyway. So don't get too hung up on that. Like just worry about freaking getting your people in there and taking power. And then we can always negotiate stuff in the future, man. But just kind of see past the veils of left wing, right wing, because a lot of it's just manipulation to the public eye is what it really, really is. And she mentioned something on the Ukraine. I really, really want to go off that too. Guys, this is what happened between Ukraine and Russia. All right. This is why they're fighting. This is the stuff they're not telling you. And then they lie about Russia all the time in our news. Remember when they said that Russia's trying to take over all of Ukraine? Russia never had intentions of taking all of Ukraine. They had these two small sections of Ukraine that Russia wanted to get back. And that's all. They went in there, they took that, and they stopped. If Russia wanted all of Ukraine, they could have took the damn thing. What the hell, Ukraine's going to stop them? Are you kidding me? You see the size of Russia? You see the size of Ukraine? Big fish eat small fish. I mean, it's anyway. So what happened was when the Soviet Empire fell apart, late 80s, early 90s, there was two parts that they were drawing the lines and giving Ukraine back to Ukraine. But for some weird reason, when they drew the lines, they gave two major parts of to Ukraine where it's almost all Russian citizens, and it kind of historically belongs to Russia. So Ukraine kind of ended up with it by accident. Putin asked Zelensky to have it back. They were negotiating. America heard about the negotiations, so they sent Boris Johnson over there to go and tank the negotiations. And here is Tucker Carlson explaining the damn rest, everybody. Here's Tucker Carlson.
I'm interested in your your position on Putin. Mainstream right-wingers like Boris Johnson are vehemently anti-Putin. They believe he's a reprehensible figure who doesn't believe in the values of conservatism.
I'm stuck on the idea that Boris Johnson is a right-winger. Do you know Boris Johnson? I do. Boris Johnson is a criminal buffoon who, like so many who claim to love Ukraine, is single-handedly responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands of Ukrainian men in this war. Ukraine cannot win. And I would refer you to Wikipedia. How many more people does Russia have than Ukraine? Do you know? 100 million. And in a land war, that's a relevant number. And Boris Johnson, on orders from the Biden administration, shut down the peace negotiations almost 2 years ago. And Ukraine has been completely destroyed. And now Zelensky has passed a law allowing foreign corporations to own land there. So you tell me what Ukraine is going to look like in 30 years.
Remember, everybody, what's Ukraine going to look like in the next 30 years? You guys already know what the hell it is. You know who owns Ukraine. You know who runs Ukraine. And you know Zelensky, Zelensky, I'm going to type this in right now and show it to you. Zelensky to make Ukraine a second Israel. Zelensky wants to make a big Israel out of Ukraine. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Anna, thank you so much. Zelensky wants to make Ukraine a big. Go ahead, type that in. There's like a bazillion articles on it. They want to. That's what they're trying to do. That's their big goal.
Hey, Eric.
Yep.
I don't want you forget also Tony Blair, another evil. Tony Blair.
Yeah, he is
the
piece of
whole
shit.
cause of the Middle East war. Okay, we don't want to forget him.
Mm-hmm.
Today,
they're all bad people. They're all puppets. They're all bad people.
And
Zelensky is a zombie.
Yes.
Joe Biden says he's a zombie. Doesn't have a drop of zombie blood in him, and he's not. His religion is supposed to be Christian, and he's not. But he declares himself a zombie too. Dude, these people are all evil whack jobs. That's who's in charge of all these governments.
They get meetings? Do you know where they get meetings every 5 years in Virginia? Or, the kingdom of, the Netherlands. And you can Google Bohemian Groove, it's called.
Oh, yes. That's it. I don't know if that's still open, but they did, yeah.
Yes, it's
Bohemian,
open. Last time
is it?
They had in Virginia last time. The last one was a couple of years
It used to be in
ago.
California. Okay, I didn't know about. Okay, yeah. For anybody who does, I'm gonna move on to my next guy. I just want to really quickly explain. Bohemian Grove was it's like where they have all the rich people and politicians. It's like the Bilderberg thing. All the rich people and all the politicians, they get together once a year for a big giant party where they get to talk and influence each other and do like a whole bunch. They decide our future at these stupid little freaking events. Tolman, thank you so much for bringing that up. Richard Nixon he thought it was a conspiracy theory. Then he was invited. He went to the Bohemian Grove and he said something not politically correct, and it's full of buzzwords, but he said that was I'm quoting him, all right? So just don't blame me. I'm quoting President Nixon. He said that was the faggyiest thing I have ever seen in my damn life, is what he said. You can't talk like that nowadays, but that's what he said about that. Alliance, go right ahead, Alliance. Thank you so much for your patience. Tolman, thank you.
My absolute pleasure. Thank you. Look, at this point, might as well, if they want to just be flat out honest with us and just put maybe a chimpanzee in the Oval Office, I'll feel more respected, to be honest. Like, these puppets, sad, tired little puppets that they put in there, they are flat out telling us, hey, your voice don't matter. We own everything. These are the Fortune 500 companies, or the ones that own them, which is basically the big financiers, BlackRock and the likes. They have a giant pivot towards the Big South. In the Big South, we know who that is. It's one of them is literally sitting as a chairman on BlackRock's one of the BlackRock's chair, a Saudi. So we know where this is going. You can look it up. His name is in Arabic, as big as Arabic can be. Why would that be? Because they like Arabs? No, because he was part of the big oil companies in Saudi Arabia. So he's a chairman, just like another 13 or 14. You think they care about you and I? No, they don't. You think they care about the presidency or the Supreme Court? No. What we're talking about here is the 1% of the 1%, that, in my estimation, are all Zios. As long as that Zionism brings in dollars, that's all that matters. So who cares if the Ukrainians die? Who cares if the Palestinians die? Who cares if just today, I took my mom to the hospital. In the hospital, people are laying down in 110 degrees in Sacramento. Believe it or not. Yeah, because the epidemic that you mentioned earlier, the opioids. You can tell. Nobody cared about them. I mean, I would, but somebody was standing there, or a bystander, just making sure that they are still breathing. Those are Americans, aren't they? Yeah, they are having issues with abuse of substances and whatnot. But I, as an American, I should not see another American laying in 110 degrees, just laying there, just like nothing is happening. Everybody's driving their cars, everybody's walking by. Not a single, aid shall be given. One more thing. Why is it that those two people are laying in the street while somebody else is sending a package of $14 billion every single couple of weeks, worth of ammunition to make things worse elsewhere? Like, couldn't those two people actually get help with a fraction of what that package that every single one of them signed on both sides? And that's exactly what the lady that was before me was talking about. Is that it is not matter. It doesn't matter whether you're on the right or on the left. We are being pitted against each other, including the how do you call it, the silent majority that is just sitting there like doing nothing. Say something. We are 350 million people. Once you allow that person to speak on your behalf, you have to follow up. You have to make that phone call. You have to send that letter. You have to send that email. You have to go on, in the streets and make your voice heard. Otherwise, hey, everybody's complacent. Everybody's happy. Sure. Why wouldn't he ruin the not only our lives, that representative ruin our lives, but the lives of the future generations? Because let's remind everybody, that money is not from our pocket right now. That money is borrowed on the future of our children. Speaking of the future of our children, how is it that another entity across the Atlantic is getting free healthcare on your dime, getting free education on your dime? Is it to make me sick and die and not open my mouth? Is it to make me dumber than I already am, so that way I don't understand what's going on and the billions just keep going? I think that's what it is. I believe that's what it is. So I think at this point, that little cake that's being split in half, whether you go right or left, both of them are eating half the cake. That has to stop. There has to be another way. There has to be some time where everybody on the right and left say, hey, what's with the chimpanzee that's being presented to me as, like, I don't have doctors, I don't have engineers, I don't have PhD laureates, to be standing there. All we have is this career politicians that don't care about you and I. Is this the best that we can provide into the highest office, like the best job in this country, to a chimpanzee that can do a better job than a chimpanzee? Like, I swear to God, a chimpanzee would be more respectful and respectable than what we're having right now. I say hashtag chimpanzee for president, and I'll feel happy about it. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. And as you were saying at the beginning, La says, thank you so much. I think it was beginning, as you were saying at the beginning of your speech, where you're just like walking by, and everyone's treating it like normal, like all the drug addiction and everyone just laying on the street. Like, it's, dude, I had the same exact experience. And I came back to Boston like a year ago, but I haven't been to Boston for like 14 years. So I come back to Boston after 14 years. Dude, there's people like having drug episodes and passed out on the streets, and people banging needles right in front of cars. Dude, it's insane. And there's so much addiction, and there's problems. And it's not just homelessness anymore. It's like severe drug problems absolutely everywhere. And what's sad is it's normal. Like people are just walking by, like it's normal shit. And I just really freaking like screaming. People are like, guys, this is not normal. It was not like this 14 years ago. And then I look at all the damn college kids because it's Boston. There's all the Ivy League schools and everything. So there's tons and tons and tons of college kids, and they don't even know. They think they're walking out and they think that all this is normal. Like this is your normal city. Like, no, this is not normal. This is like the new
Exactly,
normal, and
exactly. That's the point.
and like
It's
that,
not
yeah.
normal, Eric. It's not. It was normalized over time. And the
Yes,
more we're
yes.
quiet, the more we're just happy and sitting in our corner. That's what's gonna be. Even worse is gonna be more normalized, and we keep going like that. That's not the America that I strive to be part of. That's not the America I was dreaming of. I am part of it
Yeah.
now, and I can't just be silenced. The First Amendment is being eroded. Our college kids cannot even talk anymore before police force that was trained in shit rail, and pardon my French, come and beat the crap out of them. Like, what are we doing? Is this normal? I don't think it's normal. I don't think this is the correct route to go. I don't even think that this nation was built on these principles. Even the First Amendment, like the freedom of just opening your mouth. I can't say G-side anymore. I have to switch it with G-side because it was subcontracted to a private company. We are being privatized. I should be able to say G-side as normal G-side.
I know. We're not even allowed
You
to
see what I
talk
mean?
about it. It's nuts.
Anyway, I don't want to take too much of your time. I appreciate you all as always.
Thank you so much. I want to get to Jonathan in 1 second. I just want to show proof of something Alliance said because I when I first heard this, I didn't believe it. I had to look it up. Yes, a lot of our police are trained in Israel. They send American cops to go over to be trained in Israel, and in Israel, there's political training to go along with their technical training. And even New York City Police Department has an office in Israel. I kid you not. Here's an article from even the Times of Israel. The top 1,000 U.S. cops have learned in Israel, and here's why it's controversial. Yeah, they go and they train. They make sure that the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, go on their website ADL.com. They're just as influential as APEC. They pick out the top cops in America and pay to make sure they get trained in Israel. For also their political training includes. The police have to go through anti-Semitism training, which is basically, hey, this is God's chosen people. You will obey and protect them, especially. And they go through anti-T-wordism training. Basically, whenever you see an Arab, he's a T-word. Get his ass. That's their training. I mean, I kid you not. Go ahead, look at their training. It's highly indoctrinating. Huh?
You're serious with that? You're serious with that?
Yeah. You can look that up.
Wow, that's
See,
sick.
this is top. Look at the other articles though, because in
That's
other
sick,
articles
man.
they explain more. But yeah, see the top 1,000 U.S. cops, they learn and train in Israel. NYPD, New York City Police Department, have an office in Israel where they send them for training. Let me get to Jonathan Harrington. Jonathan Harrington, welcome to the show and go right ahead. Thank you so much for your patience. I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit, guys. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jonathan. Microphone request to you, my friend. White box just popped up. Hit that button. Your microphone will be live. Bravo. Thank you so much. All right, Jonathan, I'm going to get right back to you. You might be AFK or having problems. Your favorite doctor. You're next, my friend. Welcome to the show and go right ahead. How are you, buddy? A microphone request. Turn on microphone. Hit that white button. You're good. There you are. Hello, my friend.
Hello, my friend. How are you? How are you doing?
Great.
How's everyone here? Good to see you after quite a while. You guys have been discussing very, very interesting stuff. I don't know where to start from. The biggest thing is the elections. There's a lot of issues with the elections, as we all know. We need to get back behind. We need to take ground steps. We need to really, really push hard against this passing and against any of those puppets coming back to the office. These 4 months are so important, and a lot of things, a lot of surprises may happen to us. Wow.
Yeah, I just want to show proof of what I was talking because it sounds so crazy. It sounds like a conspiracy theory. But now I'll just show a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of articles on this, everybody. Yeah, New York City Police Department has they have an office in Israel.
They're not
While you're
hiding this
talking
anymore, Eric, are they? They're
No.
not hiding this anymore. They have already said and we already seen it that there are the American
They
police
were
officers,
whining
even
like
the
that in
police officers
2020
is
too.
the
Like they
military.
were whining like that was in 2020.
Yeah.
You guys ever hear the New York? Remember hearing the New
Osama,
York? No,
Osama, give us one. What we do is we go in order just so people don't speak over each other, my friend. So give us a moment.
I was just saying for that topic right there.
Okay. Also, here, your favorite doctor, you're still up, my friend. And just so everybody knows, by crazy, maybe it's not even a coincidence. The office, the police department that trained the training to lay on George Floyd's back, the way that Derek Chauvin, I think his name was, his training to lay on that dude's back, the whole George Floyd thing, that was training from Israel. Ain't that some small world stuff? Yeah, Israel gave them that tactics, the George Floyd tactic that unalived him. Like, small world coincidence, or maybe it's not a coincidence. Your favorite doctor? I'm sorry. Go right ahead, man.
That's okay, my friend. It's all good stuff. We learn everything here, really. You guys are doing a great job, all of you, especially you, Eric. But I don't know. I feel like I need to get a bit more focused on. Yeah, we need to fight. We need everything that we are doing. But I think we need to revolt. There's nothing that we are going to do that's going to change the fate. The control is horrible. It's so embedded in every single corner in the country. From the media to the senates to the Congress to the parties to the opposition to everything. I don't think even if we make it to a president, which is very, very less likely to happen, I'm sorry to say that, but that's how the reality is. They're not going to let it happen.
I agree with you. They're not going to give up power. They get rich. Listen, everybody, the people in power right now, they have power. 2, they get rich off that power. 3, they are safe in that power. For them to give up power means they're not going to be rich anymore. They're not going to have power, and they're not going to be safe. They've been like just international criminals is what some of these politicians are, man. And they would be facing scrutiny, and that's scary to them. They can't really run away. So yeah, it's not something they're going to give up.
They report, they are not really the decision makers. None of them is really the decision maker.
Puppets.
The
I agree.
elites and the globalists behind, they are not going to give up. As you were talking about Julian Assange, right? You're talking about Julian Assange and the war in Ukraine, and people don't understand. So there is a very important part that Julian Assange himself explains why people said, like, we don't understand why the US is going into a war in Ukraine. There's no reason for us. But there is a reason. It's not for the US president. It's not for the US army, not for the Congress, not for the Senate. It's for those who run the war machine behind, that they are using the US to launder this money out of the US, go billions here and there every day, billions out of the country for wars. And then they launder this money and it comes back into the pockets of those people. Those who do the action get only a scratch of the profit of the machine, only a fraction, a tiny fraction of the profit of the machine. This is what the US is about. The US is just a giant gear, that those behind the scenes are using this giant gear and using the massive population and energy in the country to wash this money out of the country, to launder it outside and return it to the elites. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's a one big giant money laundering scheme, man. Of course. When that, for example, everybody, Solyndra, you guys know what Solyndra, that was whatever, half a decade ago. A whole bunch of money went, like over $1 billion went to Ukraine for green energy, right? Green energy. Nothing was built. All that money went over to Ukraine and was split up into a whole bunch of tiny banks Not a single solar panel was built. Nothing. They stole that over $1 billion. Where'd that money go? George Soros' name was in the pile. Nancy Pelosi and Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden. That's where that money. Well, I mean, and a whole bunch of other people, but
One last
they
thing.
stole that money.
One last thing about Olena Zelensky, Zelensky's wife, on WikiLeaks, mentioning about Julian Assange and WikiLeaks. Olena Zelensky runs a child trafficking network in France. Okay, so this 4.5 million Bugatti is your money, guys. This is your money being laundered outside to Zelensky and his wife. Zelensky had a palace in the on the Mediterranean in Egypt, and the journalist who exposed this, Egyptian journalist Mohammed al-Alamawi, who exposed this money laundering of Zelensky in Egypt, was murdered in his flat few days, just about a week after he published this. So this is a mafia. We are being subjugated to under a mafia, nothing less. Even that mafia is just an imagination. They are a lot bigger than the mafia that we know of. They are a lot bigger than this. The mafia was just a branch of their empire. So we really need to resist. What do? We need to resist. We need to get down to the streets. We need to make noise. We need to make chaos. That's what we need.
Listen, listen. We need some kind of we definitely need a system change, my friend. Well, I'm trying to pull up an article right now on. So what he just said, the guy got unalived for exposing Zelensky's wife. Guys, this is more than just a coincidence. Or Megatron even posted about it. Okay, so remember Thomas Massey, the guy who a week ago, a little bit more than a week ago, went on Tucker Carlson and said, hey, every member of Congress has an AIPAC babysitter. You guys remember that? There's a foreign agent assigned from Israel to every single politician, a babysitter, to every single politician in America, and they have to check with their AIPAC person before they can do anything. Remember that? All right, days later, less than a week, I don't know how many days, his wife, Thomas Massey's wife, was unalived. Okay, she unalived suddenly, and still, this happened like maybe 4 days ago. Dude, they still will not release. How did she unalive? Dude, she's only 51 years old, man. She's only 51. And so I was looking, they will not say how Thomas Massey's wife was unalived. If they're covering up how exactly she was unalived, dude, that makes it even more suspicious. All right. It's been if you've seen pictures of his wife, like she's very healthy looking. She doesn't look like sick. I mean, she just, and there's no such thing as coincidences in politics, everybody. Just, I use this example all the time. The president of Iran, a month after he launched the biggest strike against Israel with the drones and the missiles, 1 month later, while he's traveling by helicopter to Azerbaijan, which has been known as an Israeli ally and has worked with Mossad in the past openly, you can read articles about it, he gets into a helicopter crash. I mean, come on, man, come the hell on. So nuts. Your favorite doctor? Anything else you wanted to add? Thank you so much.
Take this one. Continuing on what you said, the Mossad, which we all know what is behind it. So they have posted, one of their trolls have posted or commented or replied to Thomas Massey's announcement on X that his wife has passed away while he was in DC and he had to return back. Someone commented to him saying like, my condolences, Thomas, for the time. Like, what's the name of that account? An awesome Jew, right? So he commented on Thomas Massey saying that, I'm sorry for what you're going through. In the past 8 months, you have been quite talking nonsense stuff about the state of is, yeah? And maybe it is time for you now to change your perspectives and make this a moment of a change of how you think of Israel.
Yeah.
The last time
Yeah, that's a threat. It's an open threat.
It's an open, flagrant, brutal threat. Openly, they don't even hide it. And the last, if people don't know this, the last congressman who spoke openly like this about Israel and the AIPAC and the control, James Franket, if I remember the surname correctly, this guy was convicted, put into prison, put into jail for a few years, and then was released, exiled in a farm home in somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and mysteriously died in a truck accident. Read about this and know about this. This is extremely important. This guy, Thomas Massie, needs to be protected. We need to talk a lot about Thomas Massie, and we need to support this man.
We need to support Thomas Massie. Yes, he supports us, and they took his wife. So I mean, he's got nothing left to lose. You put him in a position like that, he can go up instead of being pushed down. Just like Tucker Carlson, he got fired from his job for speaking too much truth. He got kicked out of Fox News. When he got kicked out of Fox News, he went and became bigger. All right, yeah, give him nothing to lose, man. See what happens. Yeah, 100%. Doc, thank you.
Mehdi Hassan, anyone, Candace Owen now. There are many voices now who are coming or becoming more vocal. And we need to use this power. But someone like Thomas Massie, this is a congressman. This is a politician. It's not a media man. So this is a big, a big slap to their face. This is a politician who's exposing his mates, his peers in the House that makes the decision about each and every one of us. He's saying that those people have babysitters.
Everybody, please hit the follow button on your favorite doctor, my friend. Thank you so much for swinging by. I definitely appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Erik.
Thank you, buddy. You're always welcome to my show. Yellow Storefront. Go right ahead, my friend. And I'll pick up the pace a little bit too. I want to make sure I get to everybody. Yellow Storefront, thank you so much for your patient. Your favorite doctor. Awesome guest, man. Thank you so much for swinging by. Excellent observations and points. Go ahead, Yellow Storefront, my friend. Go right ahead.
What up, Erik? Sorry for changing the subject, but did you read the Julian Assange emails from Hillary Clinton? I mean, giving him 15 years in prison was a little too exaggerate for what he uncovered. Hillary Clinton was on her phone, on her BlackBerry, because she didn't know how to work anything else, especially the laptop. Chatting with the Secretary of Defense because she quite really didn't understand what was going on the, I don't know what that room they used, the special room for launching missiles. So that's all she was doing, like asking him on investment tips or ways to I don't know, to call up on investments with other heads of states. So it's a little unnerving what happened to Julian Assange because of that. Besides that, there's some other docs, but just read the ones on Hillary Clinton, and man, you will bend on your chair of laughing about it. It's like, why did that happen to poor Julian Assange, man? That was all, Erik.
Yeah, they targeted his ass on purpose. Fufu and Fatima, thank you so much. Appreciate both of you. Thank you, Yellow Storefront, Chi-Town. Thank you very much. Let me get to Limitless Fitness. Welcome to the show and go right ahead. Thank you, Yellow Storefront. Oh, you Limitless. There, microphone request. A white box just popped up. Hit that button. Your microphone will be live. You there, my friend? Boom, boom, boom. Maybe not. Angels, I know you're there. Hello, Angels. Welcome to the show, Angels. And Angels.
Hey,
there you are.
I'm
Hello.
Here. It's just a little bit out of breath. Hold on. Can you skip me?
Yeah. That's sure. That's fine. Let me get to Luna. Hello, Luna. Go right ahead, Luna.
Assalamu alaikum, my beautiful
Alaikum salam.
team. Just want to remind everybody, tap like the share, tap Eric's face like he's a blueberry, everybody. Let's just take that tappity tap, passion out on Eric's face. Share the live, get our voices heard. Um, Kindness, love, support, and truth are welcome here. Yes, I just wanted to remind everybody, great work, Angel, by the way. Thanks for everything you do.
Thank you.
And yeah, let's remind each other of the importance of support and taking care of one another. Like I've got so much to say. I've got so much to say. Like we are all saying the same thing. And yeah, if anybody needs any mud help during the chat, feel free to at me. And yeah, let's support each other and let's remind each other of how we should be doing things by being an
Yes.
example. Let's just do it, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Love you all. Free Palestine, free my
Damn
people,
right.
free humanity, free everybody. We're all worthy,
Free
all of us.
humanity. Yep.
And respect and
Uh,
love, guys.
Thank you so much, Luna. And Limitless is back. I get Limitless. You have microphone problems. Let me hit Limitless because Limitless was supposed to be next before. So Limitless, are you there? I did microphone request. Hit that button. It's a big white box just popped up right in the middle of your screen. Hit the button. Your microphone is live. Limitless, are you there? Bum, 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 bum. Maybe, maybe not. All right, let me do a quick news update, and then I'm going to go to Muhammad. This is going to happen anyway, I think. Russian philosopher Alexander Dugin calls on Russian President Putin to arm the other H group and the other H group against Israel. There's 3 H groups, everybody. the one in Gaza, the one in Lebanon, and the one in Yemen. I think Putin's going to be funding all of the. Oh, you know what though? Hold on. Speaking of Putin, giving all right, the Yemen Houthis, right? How they're attacking Israel, any shipping going to Israel and everything like that. We love it. Listen, Russia plans to give Yemen these bad boys, right? You see these missiles right here, everybody? You see that bad boy missile? Okay, they can reach Mach 2.6. Guys, Mach 2.6 is about 2,000 miles per hour. Now, remind you, a bullet, your average bullet, travels like 1,600 miles per hour. That missile, that big giant freaking ship sinking missile right there, travels faster than a bullet. Meaning, if you shot a pistol and shot the rocket at the same time, that rocket is gonna freaking hit the target before the bullet. So, I mean, that thing is a monster. You're not stopping it. There's a lot of weapons that travel so fast you can't stop it. Mach 2.6, that's about 3,000 miles per. So no, about 2,000 miles per hour. When your average bullet is, around 1,006, between 1,300, 1,600. So, you got missiles faster than bullets. You're fudged. You are fudged.